Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery, Smart Money Alliance, and IIMFL. It is a beautiful Monday morning, September 28th, 2020 at 7:59 a.m. Central. We're going to talk about a couple of the new and/or revised methods of support and training that we have available. The first of which is shown here on the screen. We're doing the weekly in-person training classes here on Fridays prior to the pandemic. Took a hiatus because people couldn't travel and all the social distancing requirements and so forth. And then we recently resumed. So we've had, I guess, 3 of the classes. They've gone really well. However, as we've evaluated, there were some things missing from it. So we went from the old curriculum to the new curriculum as of October 1st. So we're not going to have a training this week on October 2nd, the first Friday, so we can get all this curriculum revised. So I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what we cover in the in-person class. Now, the in-person class is free for our joint venture partners, free for the branch managers. There is a nominal cost for others, but we can mitigate that cost. But this is not for everyone. This is for those that are looking to really build a depth of confidence and competence in working with small businesses. So if you're simply good with being an affiliate and just referring folks in, I frankly think it's overkill, because this is training you on the implementation side, and we'll go into some details. So what we realize is that a lot of our distribution partners, they're successful people, they're busy, they don't want to be bogged down. So we've created the landing pages, the free landing pages, where we're seeing a ton of hits off of that, good conversions. So just simply being a referral partner, if you're not going to actually work with the client, then this training is really unnecessary. So this is more of the best of the best. Those that really want to be involved with working with the clients absolutely need to come to the training. To just be a referral partner, overkill. Okay, and now some may come to see if they want to move into a branch or joint venture role, which I could appreciate that as well. But let's talk about what's different, how we've revised this, or frankly, how we are revising it for the next class coming up on October 9th. Because there won't be a class on Friday, October 2nd. Okay, so the learning objectives are here. I want to go through these because they're really important. So when we spend the day together, and usually it's from 9 a.m. till 3, 4, or 5 p.m. in the afternoon, we provide lunch, of course, for you. We dig in deeply. What are the different sources of capital? There's debt-based, there's equity-based, there's earned income. How do we go about determining what source of capital might be right for the individual client, or some combination of the two? So we believe, and we've illustrated, that pretty much any small business can do a $100,000 capital raise. It's not equally as true to say that any business can do $1 million capital raise, because the bar gets higher, right? The more capital that you're raising, the more credibility factors you have to have. And we're going to teach on those credibility factors in the in-person training. But that's statement number 1, so you'll become proficient in that. And that's powerful. When you can go out to the community and give people confidence, yes, while you may not qualify immediately, we can work with you to help you raise at least $100,000 to start or grow a business. That's refreshing, because for most of the world, what they either hear is yes or no, and you and I both know most of them hear no's. Okay, number 2 is a huge deal, and we dug into it very deeply this past Friday with the group of you that were here. If our goal, let's work backwards and let's ignore mission and helping people for a second. But if your goal is to make money, then there needs to be conversions. And to generate conversions, we need leads. So the second bullet talks about an in-depth training, part of the training that we provide on best practices of generating leads. And it falls into 2 categories, affiliate and affinity. On the affiliate side, we have an affiliate structure that hopefully you're plugged into already. It's free and easy. However, what we can do is essentially copy and paste that affiliate model over to you, to your organization. So you're what's called the super affiliate. You're managing the affiliate chain. You're deciding how they're paid, how many layers deep. You're making the margin, the difference between the 50-50 revenue split we do with you and what you're paying out. But if we leverage that, you end up having a whole army or a whole team of people, often business to business professionals, that are out spreading the word and funneling leads into your sales organization. So the affiliate model is a really big deal that I don't know that we've done a good job on these little Zooms to convey, but we'll certainly dig into that much more deeply in the in-person training. Secondly, the affinity model. We need you to be proficient, confident, and competent in being able to develop affinity relationships. Those are key influencer relationships like churches, chambers, co-working spaces, business organizations, business associations. And so we'll prepare you in depth for both of those distribution models. Now it's up to you if you want to use either, both, or I guess neither, but those are kind of the hidden gems of generating leads. And if we don't have leads, we won't have conversions. And if we don't have conversions, you won't make money, or you won't make much money. So that's learning objective number 2 that we'll cover in person. And, certainly we talk about these different topics during these daily Zooms, but we obviously can't dig as deep in these little blurbs as we can if we're face-to-face for the day. Okay, third bullet. We want to make sure that you have competence and confidence in developing the personal financial statements of clients, as well as how the whole loan package comes together. I've seen some of the work come in from some of you, and you need some more training. And certainly almost every small business owner is woefully inadequate of developing an optimized personal financial statement. So that's part of what we'll do together. We'll actually go through step by step and teach you how to create those. If you're an insurance or a financial professional, there's probably no better lead generation technique than creating a personal financial statement, because while it's necessary for a loan package, it also helps you identify needs, because you learn so much about the client in a credible, professional way. Number 4, we want to make sure that you know about the learning curriculum and talk about going out and teaching it. Now, some of you may not be interested in doing live teaching, so we can teach it for you remotely. But the best, it's good, better, best. We talk about that as a comparison. So you can just feed folks in, and we'll train them on the 4 lessons and get them prepared to have the basis of knowledge of financial literacy, to access funding, and to be positioned with a loan package. So that's good. But what's even better or best is when you're the face of the initiative in your community and actually teaching it live. Because we talk about building an ecosystem where you're the hub of the ecosystem, and you have all these referral partners that you could refer to them, but they're especially referring to you. Business bankers, website developers, and so forth, CPAs. And so that blends into another bullet here. But the bottom line is, we want to get you comfortable and competent in the curriculum. Next bullet. And so this is new. We've not really addressed this before. We were previously using outside trainers, and we're discontinuing that as of October 1st. So we're bringing the training in-house on how to write the key person policies and how to properly develop the designs of the key person policies for the collateral assignments. So starting in October, we'll be teaching that here when you're in for the day, where before we had delegated that to third-party trainers. As I alluded to, leads are important. Leads are at the core of conversions, which is necessary for you to generate an adult income. And I think some of you are missing the point, and that's our fault, not yours. And so that's what we're going to really emphasize at the training is CPAs, business bankers, and other business-to-business professionals are like a gold mine in terms of referral potential. And so we're going to show you how to develop those referral relationships from those key influencers. So these are different than affinity partners. So affinity partners like a chamber, a church, co-working space, we're executing a DocuSign with them and we're doing a revenue share with them. Here, a business banker is not going to accept a revenue share. So instead, the value proposition has to be different, and that's what we'll talk about. And lastly, to the extent that you're willing, we really want to support you and get you out there teaching, because while face-to-face, and I realize that as a society we've moved to more virtual learning, you're going to have the greatest impact, develop the strongest relationship, and have the highest conversions when you're teaching face-to-face, as I alluded to earlier. Now, our model is for you to teach the 4-week lessons in person, if you choose to, offer the first week free, like a free sample. And so anyone could come in and meet you and get to know you and start to develop competence and confidence in us and you and us and what we're doing. And then what you would expect is most of them will go ahead and enroll into the 4-week curriculum, which allows us to do what? Build their financial literacy and concurrently to build their loan package. What you and I know, most of the world doesn't know, right? What you and I know is you don't just go for funding. You can't just say, oh, I need capital, give me capital. It's like going and running a marathon, right? You can't take an average person and say, oh, I'm going to go run a marathon and just go sign up and go run that extended length of time. You'll probably keel over, at least I would. So you need to be properly prepared in most things. And this is what you and I do to properly prepare them for a capital raise. The challenge we have is most people don't know what they don't know. So we have to help them understand, in 4 weeks, we're going to be able to provide you a core set of knowledge that's very important. That's going to greatly increase your probability of getting funded, and we're going to build your loan package, which is obviously important. Okay, so this is the weekly training. We're doing Fridays. We're taking a hiatus this Friday, the 2nd, as we get this curriculum completely revised, but as of October 9th. And so Madison will be reaching out to you here from our office, calling each of you this week and asking you, would you like to attend? If you don't want to, it's okay, but it's our obligation to make this available to you. She'll be calling the branch managers today, and she'll be calling all of our affiliates tomorrow, is the plan. Now, second from this, but somewhat related, is we're starting one-on-one coaching, mentoring, if you will. And so that's where you'll be working with one of us in-house. We made the mistake a few weeks ago or a couple months ago of allowing third parties to do that training, and good people, but it wasn't cohesive with what we're doing. And so now the combination of the in-person, which is optional, but the one-on-one mentoring is something we certainly encourage each of you to do. It's 100% free. There's no strings attached. And so you would just simply need to let us know if you'd like to plug in to the one-on-one mentoring. What that means is we're going to schedule via Calendly a call each week. And so we'll make sure that you're properly supported, but we're going to use SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely, and set goals for each week. So if you're not currently generating the income through our model that you would desire, then it's essential that you use that mentoring. Now, there's still going to be the daily Zooms, and we have other trainings that are available through the week, as well as this face-to-face on Fridays, but don't worry about any of that. Specifically, what I'm encouraging you to do is to plug into the one-on-one mentoring. Since we've evolved over to the 4-week curriculum focused on financial literacy and loan packaging prior to going to funding, it is working really well. We're getting great feedback from clients. Clients are referring other clients. We've frankly finally solved the service model. For quite some time, we've had a really good idea, and a great proposition, but the implementation was flawed. It wasn't strong enough. Now it is, because as we've talked about in prior trainings, each client, when they enroll, they are assigned a specific mentor. So we're talking about the client perspective, not your perspective for a moment. So now all new clients are assigned a mentor that they work with, and they have weekly calls as they go through that 4-week curriculum. And so if you want to be one of those mentors, which we need more, we have adequate supply, but we can certainly plug you in and get you clients to work with, you've got to come through this training. That's part of what the failure was, is that, you know, we sit here and think about this and work on this pretty much all day, nearly every day, and it's one of the many balls that you're juggling. And so to have people that are out mentoring that are not properly trained is really a disservice to the client. So we're not going to allow that anymore. So if you want to be one of the mentors, you want to work with the clients through the process, you want to write the key person policies, you want to help them with their personal financial statements, you've got to come get trained. And again, this is free for our branch managers and joint venture partners. There is a nominal fee if you're not a branch manager or a joint venture partner, but we back it with a money back guarantee. You'll make at least twofold back within 30 days. Okay, so let's get to your questions, comments, concerns today, because we wanted to get you up to speed on some new training and support available as of October 1st. So effective immediately, you can use our Calendly, get scheduled, and we'll start having a weekly mentoring session, not from the client perspective, but as a distribution partner, making sure that we are helping you be successful, make sure we're working together, that your clients are having a successful relationship, but make sure that you're earning the income that you want to earn. Because there's a great divide. There's some of you that are making well over $10,000 a month working with us, and there's some of you that are not doing very well at all. And so we take responsibility for that. So with a one-on-one mentoring or coaching, we should be able to overcome that as long as you're willing to be coachable. Okay, Tony, thank you for your feedback. Peggy asked, how many days and time is the training? So I'm not sure which training you're speaking of, Peggy. So this training is 1 day. We hold it pretty much every Friday. We won't have it this Friday, the 2nd, but we'll resume on the 9th. And then this is the new expanded curriculum. And the one-on-one, we just simply schedule a Calendly appointment once a week, Peggy, and we support you, make sure we're supporting your clients properly, and we set goals, right? Because to be successful, you need to set goals. And you might have little goals, you might have big goals, you might have outstanding goals, but we need goals. You know, how many new affinity relationships are we going to develop this month? What is the income that you're looking to generate from our relationship in the upcoming 30 days? And let's make sure that we're implementing a strategy, because I think what you know, but a lot of people don't know, you don't really need to focus on the money. You need to focus on the activity. Money is the outcome. Money will automatically happen if you have the right activities. And so I think that's where some of us are coming up short. We don't have the right activities. And so if we have the right activities, good implementation, the money will come. And as you can make as much or as little money as you want. We've done a good job, finally, a little bit overdue, granted, of figuring out how to implement with excellence. So our clients are ecstatic about the relationship. Not saying that was always the case, because that's too good to be true, but the model we have now is working really well. It's something we're proud of, and you should be proud of. And if you've not gone through the one-on-one client experience, that's something that you may want to consider. It's actually a valuable adjunct to the in-person training, because if you've gone through it as a client, plus you've come in and been trained as a financial literacy expert, then you're very well positioned. Okay, so let's get back to your questions. Any questions? A good question. So Alyssa's asking about this training. So this certification we only do in person. We do once a week on Fridays, and it's a full day. As mentioned, our office is here in Mineola, Texas. There's an airport less than 30 minutes away, so you can fly in. There's an Amtrak station, and it's not unusual for you to hear the train going by. It's 1 block from our office. You can bring the Amtrak in, or you can simply drive in, of course. But normally you'd come in the evening before. There's a bed and breakfast here that's been under renovations, but it's just about complete, and we have a special arrangement with them. So it's a fun trip. Meet us, come see the office, and learn hands-on. So Alyssa, this is not taught virtually. This is taught in person. Everything else is available virtually. Okay. What other questions, comments, concerns does anyone have? Because we've covered 2 primary points. If you'd like to come to the in-person training, it's available and it's improved. It's enhanced. Separate from that and regardless from that, we really encourage you to plug into the one-on-one mentoring. This one-on-one mentoring is different because what had happened is that we grew so fast, we got so busy that we outsourced that. And so we had different people doing the training, good people with good intentions, but it was like apples and oranges. And it really became apparent as a few of you came to our in-person trainings that we're using this third-party mentoring service, and you were saying it's inconsistent. It's not what we're out talking about doing. So we've changed that. So we're stopping the third-party mentoring and we're bringing that in-house. You deserve better, and we want to have better results. Okay, so we've got a great group of people here. Who else has questions, comments, concerns about the new and/or improved support and training? Weekly classes on Fridays with an improved scope that we just talked about. And then secondly, we have the mentoring that we strongly encourage everyone to do. And that's the mentoring is available to all positions. So you could be just a straight out affiliate and benefit from the one-on-one mentoring. You could be a branch manager, a joint venture partner, a financial literacy educator. It's available absolutely free to everyone. And it's so simple. All you do is use our Calendly link and you schedule an appointment, and we schedule one each week. It's a similar concept to what we're using with our clients now as they go through the 4-week curriculum, and it's working very well. Okay, so we've got Alyssa, Anne Marie, Anel, Annette, Chris, Kwong, Galaxy, Joseph, Margaret, Monique, Peggy, Robert, Tony, Will, and others. Who else has any questions about the 2 topics we've covered? One-on-one mentoring, and I don't want to be too strong with that, but I would say, and I'm asking you, give us 15 minutes a week for 1 phone call. And if we can't help you do a better job of helping clients and earning income, then it's probably not a good fit, right? But we need to move from just these group conversations, which is useful information, to let's have a one-on-one. Let's make sure that we have goals set, questions answered. And if you're not taking advantage of the one-on-one mentoring and you're not generating meaningful results, you're probably in the wrong seat on the bus because the results aren't there. It's all about results. It's all about results. Anyone else have any questions regarding the 1-day training, which is optional, and or the one-on-one mentoring? Yes, and I'll send the Calendly out to everyone. It's real simple. It's calendly.com/IIMFL, but I'll send that out with a recording to everyone. But it's going to be that dual level of accountability. It's going to be a function of us being accountable to help you, but you setting goals and being accountable. Because again, we need activity. If we have good, focused activity, we'll have good results. All right. Well, thanks everyone. I appreciate your time, and we'll be back tomorrow morning. Have a great day.